Hey everybody, welcome to the Thick or Thin Thursday video for Thursday, July 29th, 2021. Well, here it is, the final Thursday and in fact the final day of me being 48. Tomorrow I'll turn 49 and it'll start the new year of, or the final year I should say, of preparing for the marathon. Among my people, Rosh Hashanah is the new year. We have a real sense of finishing old business, including grieving and any grudges that you may have from the year before. That's how I'm kind of approaching this new this new year. I'm leaving behind everything else and I'm moving forward on that. Let me give you a quick rundown of the week. And I noticed something that I did this week that I'm not thrilled about myself for, so I've got to do better about that. I want to note what I did each and every day, and I didn't do that this week. In fact, this week's rundown starts with Saturday, which is Saturday. Nancy and I did an extra yoga routine. We did a routine that is not stretch. Normally we do stretch 3 times a week. This time we did sharpen. It's a little bit more intensive, doesn't last as long, but has more to it, and I'm proud of us for doing that. However, Saturday night, I then went and got myself a chocolate milkshake. So it was not only a chocolate milkshake, but it was late at night, and that was a really bad thing to do. Monday night, I ate pizza much later than I should have. Monday night starts my 40-hour fast every week, and I end up eating much later than I planned on and should have anyway. Of course, I did compensate for that on Wednesday, which I'll get to, but I still should not have eaten as late as the pizza arrived. I should have said, you know what, the pizza didn't get here at this time at 8 o'clock, so I'm not eating, and that's what I should have done, but I didn't. However, that 40-hour fast that started Monday, as I said, I ate a little bit too late. Tuesday came around. I was offered a jelly donut. Now, I was already fasting anyway, so I can't really pat myself on the back too much for not eating or taking the jelly donut that was offered to me. However, I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit because those jelly donuts are still within eyeshot of me. In fact, if I just reached over a little further, I could grab one right now, and I still haven't eaten one. Patting myself on the back for that one. Tuesday night, did have a small meal. I think it may have actually gotten a little bit more than 500 calories, but not a whole lot. And the other thing I'm really glad for is that when I decided to get a second helping, and which is why I may have gotten over a little over 500, I asked Nancy to give me a small serving because I knew she would grab me less than I would grab myself. So that's some initiative I took. Okay, then Wednesday came around. Also on Tuesday night, I did end up eating an Otter Pop, so I'm not thrilled with myself for that one. Wednesday, I made sure that I didn't eat until well after 1 o'clock. In fact, it was almost 2 o'clock by the time I ate to make up for having eaten so late on Wednesday. Still wanted to maintain that 40-hour fast. I ate a good, healthy breakfast on Wednesday after that of eggs at around 2 o'clock, but then I also ate 2 chocolate croissants, so I got to call myself out on that. Yesterday and Tuesday were the only days this week that I did not get up and walk in the morning, so I'm definitely getting back into the Miracle Morning routine, the Miracle Morning schedule. One of the things I've noticed is that mornings when I don't get up and walk like I'm supposed to and do my full routine, the whole day just doesn't seem to work the way it should, so I'm trying to get that mentality in my head to do that for myself. Now, as I said, one of the things that I did over this past week, is I did make a sneak eating video, and the sneak eating video, boy, when I looked at the thumbnail that we had for that one, I was so very displeased with what I saw. I was not expecting to carry this much weight into 49. And so what that means is that this next 6 months, I'm really focused on losing the weight. Whatever it takes to lose the weight, that's what I'm going to do. That, of course, that is healthy and within reason and legal. But I am going to be very focused these next 6 months on getting rid of the weight, even not the excess flab naturally, but even just some of the extra weight, because I've got, you know, I'm going to be running, and I don't want that extra weight, don't want that extra pressure on my knees and my ankles, and I just don't need that extra pressure and onto my feet with that extra weight. So I'm going to be really focused on losing that weight. And because of that, I thought maybe I would start one of the programs with Jeff Cavalier, or one of Jeff Cavalier's programs at Athlean X for losing chest fat or losing flab. But what I decided is I really need to get back to the posture video that I had. And if you remember back in January, February, I was doing a series of posture exercises and stretches that was part of Jeff Cavalier at Athlean X's program. Well, then I ended up hurting myself when I was shoveling snow in February, and I'm going to bring up another point about that. It was in February that I hurt myself. It was April that I saw my GP, and I still had a little bit of pain, and she asked me, do you want therapy for this? And I said no. And that's something that I promised my wife I would stop doing. I told her when I needed help and I needed medical attention, I would get it. And it occurred to me that I really should have taken that help, because even now, I'm still not at 100%. But I have decided, come hell or high water, starting this week, I'm not exactly sure what day this week, but when you see me next week for a video, I will have started my posture routine. So we'll be doing that as well. Now, that sneak eating video that I was getting at a little bit a moment ago, I got a comment on it. I got a really good comment on it, and I want to share that comment with you. I'm just going to go ahead and read it. It came from Gorilla Vids. He says, I've just seen your video on sneak eating. This could indeed be a reason to gain weight, but the bigger question is, why do we sneak eat? One of the first things you should be keeping count of is what you drink and when. This could be a link to the snacks. And that's an excellent point. And it made me think of something else that I haven't been doing for the past couple of months, and I don't know why I stopped doing. And that was, I was doing a really good job of recording my food and my water consumption, well, my food and drink, but especially water consumption, into my Fitbit. And I need to do a better job of that. There's an app that comes along with the Fitbit itself, and that was, I need to be putting that to use. And it's a really good thing because you look and you see. You are forced to look at what you ate during the day. And it has a lot of accountability to it, and I need to be doing a better job with that. So, that has absolutely nothing to do with why you're here. In fact, you've been waiting very patiently, so I'm going to cut right to the chase. You are here to find out about the prize. Well, the prize is a US $10 gold eagle. This is $10 gold as it was struck in 1910 by the US government. This is in fact US currency, would have to be accepted as currency no matter where I took it, as at least a $10 currency. Gold this morning, when I checked it last, was trading at $1,830. This has 0.48375 of an ounce of gold in it. Therefore, its melt value, as it's known in the industry, is $885 when you figure in the fact that this is in fact a US gold coin. The collectability, even though it's not in great shape, brings it up to $900. And don't worry, I'm going to have Nancy take some good photos of the reverse, or tails as it's known, and obverse, or heads as it's known. And yeah, so it's a 1910 gold US Eagle, $10. And its value is at roughly around $900. At least it is at this point. Now, who knows by the time what's going to happen to the gold market. But this is the prize that you could possibly win. How do you win this prize? Well, you win this prize by me screwing up. You win this prize by subscribing, watching this channel regularly, and if I fail to post a Thick or Thin Thursday video from starting Thursday, August 5th, this next Thursday, 2021, until July 28th, 2022, the entire span, every Thursday that I'm the age of 49, I have to make a Thick or Thin Thursday video. If I don't, you as a subscriber can write me at fat50andrunningamarathon.com and say, hey, you forgot to post. If you are correct, what I'll do is I'll set up a timeline for about a week. I think a week is a fair amount of time for everybody to write in and say, hey, you didn't post, you didn't post. And then at the end of that week, I'll take everybody's names, I'll assign numbers to them, I'll go to a random number generator, I'll show you the whole thing on the laptop, we'll record the whole thing so you can see that it was completely fair. And a number that's drawn at random that's assigned to a name, that's the person who will win. But I don't plan on losing this coin. And in fact, you got to understand, not only would I be losing a $900 coin, but I'd have to make this up to my wife, because Nancy's recording this right now and giving me a stern, disapproving look. She can't believe that I'm willing to do this. So not only would I be sending out this coin to you, I'd have to make it up to my wife somehow, with some kind of special gift. So this would be really, really costly. I don't plan on losing this coin. But how it will work is, I am committed to hitting the upload button on YouTube no later than 11:59 and 59 seconds p.m. to upload the video. Now, I am not responsible for technology. I am not responsible for the weather. If we're in, here in Portland, we actually had snow that was so bad you couldn't go anywhere. We also have COVID restrictions right now. So if my internet goes down here and I can't just, there was the old days you just go to a Starbucks. But you can't just go to a Starbucks these days. Some Starbucks you can't even walk in the front door. They only do the drive-through. So, if my technology goes out, if my weather keeps me from being able to get to the technology, these things are not my fault. Otherwise, anything else, I didn't feel like it, I forgot, it got late, you know, blah, blah, blah. Any other nonsense is not an excuse. Technology and weather, those are the only two things I'm cutting myself any slack for. And as I said, you will subscribe to me if you want to win the contest. You will write me and say, I go by this handle on YouTube, so I know in fact that you are a subscriber, and I noticed you didn't post your Thick or Thin Thursday video on this day. And like I said, if you're correct, your name will go into the drawing. You'll be assigned a number, and it'll be a random draw, and somebody could win this coin. But as I said, it not only cost me the coin, it cost me whatever I'm going to have to do to make it up to my wife. So I really, really don't plan on losing this. The whole point of this was actually to create accountability. Well, guys, it's only by taking care of ourselves first that we're capable of taking care of others. See you next week. Topher.